now in his third year as the general manager of the Milwaukee Brewers. David Stearns joins us now. David, congratulations on the success and the offseason as well.
Thank you. It's a fun offseason. Now we're happy to be out here in Maryvale and getting ready for the real thing.
Tell me about that day, Yelich and Kane, same day, man. How did that go down?
It was crazy, and you know, sometimes transactions take days or weeks or months. In the case of Yelich, he's a guy we've been pursuing for maybe years, and to have that ultimately culminate the way it did and make the progress the way we did that final week leading up to the trade was somewhat unexpected for us. The Kane transaction was something we had been really working on since free agency began. We were in constant contact with his representative, spoke many times with Lorenzo himself, met with Lorenzo. And so that one maybe was a little bit more predictable in terms of the pacing of that negotiation. But to have them both come together on the same day was great. It certainly gave a jolt to the organization.
How was one dependent on the other? Like if you got one getting another, or how was it?
No, it was, we were working on them simultaneously. We didn't know whether both, one, or neither would actually happen. It's unusual to have two transactions of that magnitude both come together. But we were able to do it, and certainly pleased to have them both here.
Because I imagine, I think I even tweeted it out, I was like, David Stearns is taking care of all family business. Like it seemed like, we got him, now call him. Like, did it happen like that, or you're like, no, everything just culminated?
No, it really just culminated, happened to be within a couple hours of each other. And, you know, with a free agent signing, you generally have a little bit of an idea that you're making progress, and we did on Lorenzo for a couple days prior to actually getting it done, and so that one was probably a little bit more set. But on a trade, you never really know until the other side says yes or you say yes. And so that one really did get done on the day it was reported and announced. And so they both came together. We had some fun with it, and I think our fan base enjoyed it as well.
Given what you had already, there is a thought, I think some people who were surprised by it, including me, the depth that you already had to get two athletic outfielders, similar profile sort of, was surprising. Explain that.
It really was an opportunity to get two elite players, and regardless of position, it's very rare, especially in a market like ours, where you have the opportunity to bring in two players of that caliber to the organization. You look at someone like Lorenzo and the type of player he's developed into, where he is in his career, what he's accomplished to date. It's not normal where the Milwaukee Brewers get to bring a free agent of that caliber into the organization. And then the other side, a guy like Christian Yelich, who's in the prime of his career, under a contract that allows him to be here for another 5 years. That was also appealing. So it was really the opportunity to bring in two very talented special players, and so we focused on the cumulative output of those players, not necessarily the position.
What did you find that told you Lorenzo Kane was going to age well, especially for a speedy center fielder?
Really, there are a number of things about Lorenzo that gave us comfort. Anytime you're making a big bet on a player in his 30s, we know there's risk. We absolutely do. But he's such a unique guy in terms of how his career has progressed, the fact that he's still improving, that there are tangible improvements that we believe are real and that he knows how he's made them, and also the well-rounded profile. It's rare when you see a profile of a player at this time in his career that's as well insulated as Lorenzo's is, and so you add those things together and we were comfortable making the investment.
One last thing on the organization as a whole. We talked to Zach Davies, and he mentioned the word connectedness, which I guess is where it's at, right? As far as, especially given your background in getting your baseball ops information down to the field. How is that working with the Brewers?
It's been great, and that word connectedness is something that Craig and our coaching staff has preached since day one. From 3 spring trainings ago, that was something that's been very valuable to us as an organization. You're right, it's within the clubhouse, it's from coaching staff to clubhouse, it's front office to coaching staff to clubhouse, and having that level of communication, having that level of openness has served us well, and it's certainly something that we want to continue. And
because he said you've got, I don't know if it's your baseball ops guys or your front office guys, you're in the clubhouse normally. Like that's a normal part of the interaction.
We're around, and we want our players to feel comfortable coming up to us, and they are. And ultimately, our coaches are the one coaching, but we're a part of this, and we want our players to understand how we're putting the soup together, how it all comes together, how it works, what we expect, and to this point, they have.
All right, David, congratulations on everything.
Thank you.
It's a nice year last year. Now more is expected, but that's good news.
That's fun. We like that.
David, thank you so much. Carlos, over to you.